What's up, y'all? Back with another one. It's your boy Astro, and today I'm gonna be talking, basically giving a guide to the black men because we need more strong black men. If you see me looking at the side, I'm just looking at my notes that I took because I want to give you the most in-depth video. If it's your first time here, name is AstroTheWolf, and I help men just grow and be better men overall through my life experiences. I tell you stories. Sometimes I drop some funny videos. So if you really want to be a part of the team, if you want to be a part of the Wolf Squad, make sure you hit the subscription button below. Be sure to like the video, comment, and share. Alright, let's jump straight into it. So, number one, I got be obsessed with bettering yourself no matter what you're going through. So do it when you feel like you're doing it. Do it when you feel like it, and do it when you don't feel like it, right? Because a lot of people go through that stage. Let me just check if this is recording because my phone is already, okay. So a lot of people go to this type where they only do stuff when they feel like it, and you cannot be successful that way because you are supposed to snowball affect your stuff. You cannot have consistent snowball if you only do when you feel like it, because you're gonna only feel like it halfway throughout the year. Then the other half, you're gonna need the grit, you're gonna need the persistence, you're gonna need your consistency to just show up for you, right? So I'm gonna talk to you about it. So living with my family, not in the biggest place, right? And sometimes you need people to hold up the mirror to your face like, yo, this is how you're living. Because we get too comfortable, especially as men. You see those memes where you give someone a TV and a little box and you're fine. That's the majority of us men, right? So I didn't realize how small or how bad my situation was until my ex was like, yeah, he lives in his family. He lives with her family in Florida, this smallest apartment. And I thought it was fine because she was in the smallest apartment, but she was only there temporarily. I was so content with being where I was that I didn't even try to change the situation, right? So be obsessed with bettering yourself. That's, everybody thinks that's attractive. No homo, but men and women, right? So number two, look and dress the part. You don't always gotta wear business casual. I was thinking of wearing business casual for this video, but I just want to give you guys some good content. But from time to time, dress extra fine. When you're doing nothing and you're just gonna go out for even shopping or just to take yourself out on a date, which I'll mention later on in this video. Dress good. Sometimes you might meet someone along the way to network with who will change your life. Change your life, and a lot of people don't put exclamation points on that enough. Because we've been programmed to get everything we want. Only us are the only one that we can depend on. It's okay to depend on other people, but make sure that you're trustworthy enough. And you can only get in those rooms if you look the part, right? I don't want to bring down our beautiful black queens down, but who do you rather trust, or who would you rather want to be with? Someone who's well primped and proper, have their hair done, looks good, smells good, or someone with a bonnet that's scratching your head? Or as a community, we got to do better. Okay? So, third thing, control your emotions. One thing I've noticed about the black community and black males in general, this might not be you watching this video if you're like me, but we are quick to anger. We are very quick to anger. When I went to Africa, everybody was always yelling like they're angry, and sometimes they weren't. But because the sun is so hot, it's easier to get irritated, right? Just like if you don't have enough sleep, it's easier to get irritated. So these are the things these little things you have to do in the back end, so you can make sure you're good in the front end, your mental and your amygdala and your frontal lobe, everything, right? Hippocampus, everything. So a lot of times I realize this is not our fault initially, but if you look at TV, media, it's programmed into us, right? People think slavery doesn't matter anymore, but things like that is programmed into us. There's prejudices against us. So when we watch stuff and we see that black guys and women always getting angry, quick to anger, it reinforces the cycle. We probably know someone who's quick to anger. Someone who doesn't take the time to think. One wrong mistake made while you're angry, super happy, super sad could change your life for the worse. Some could change your life for the better, but most parts change your life for the worse forever, or very hard to bounce back from. Right? As a community, I've noticed this. We have to do better. How can we do better, Astro? Fourth point, breath work. Being able to get back in ourselves, being able to breathe. I'm going to give you guys this task. For the next couple of weeks, I want you to write down what you're feeling, when you're feeling it, and what triggered it. So when I get angry, my stomach gets hot, and I really want to say something immediately. When I get sad, my stomach drops. Right? When I get anxious, I feel this like throbbing throughout my whole body. Right? You probably don't, I don't want to diss y'all, but some of y'all probably don't know this about yourself. Right? A lot of y'all think that's just life. When I think I like someone or someone's cute and they text me, I get a kind of upshot of breath. Right? Being able to control that, you can control your destiny. You can change your fate. A lot of people think this stuff happens, just happens. No, if you notice these things and you do the work, you'll be way better off. But you have to do it. I can only give you the sauce of what's worked for me personally. You have to do it for yourself, okay? So let's jump straight into more of this. So yeah, another thing, jot down your emotions. Like I already said that. Okay, cool. And if like fourth, I'd say do the breath work through meditation also. But a lot of people don't want to be sitting down for 10-15 minutes because a lot of guys, especially, we have ADHD. Like I personally have a mild sense of ADHD. I don't know about y'all, but majority of guys have ADHD and they don't even know. So something like very still is very hard for them. So if you don't have that ability to lock in yet, your brain is neuroplastic, so you can't say never say never. Right? Because your brain always changes if you put in the work. But I say this to say, if you can't do this has helped me. As soon as I wake up, I don't literally dash my phone to the side, but I don't touch my phone and I count down from 100 to 1. And people might think this is easy, but a lot of times you might get sidetracked, especially if you have ADHD brain, you might get sidetracked, tell yourself a story and forget. So I count down from 100 to 1. And what this does is helps me take note of what I'm thinking, how much times my brain is getting off course, and get back to locking in. And you will notice doing this through even a matter of days, that you notice yourself getting sidetracked and you're like, oh, what was I thinking about? And get back to the topic. You have to be able to laser focus to get to your dreams. This is vital for the Black community. Okay, cool. 5, invest. So I was watching Dr. Amos, and great doctor. If you want to know more about the Black culture and who we are as a people, watch it, because you have to know yourself or people are going to use you against yourself. And Dr. Amos says for years, Black people have been kept away from wealth building tools. We haven't been given the ability to get property like our white counterparts. We haven't been given the ability to invest. A lot of us live paycheck to paycheck. Right? And if that's you, I gotta give you some bad news, which you already know is gonna come. Give up the rest of the time. I made this quote. I give up my 9 to 5. I use my 9 to 5 to fund my 5 to 9, which will fund the rest of my life. Meaning, if I have time and I don't have a mission plan or something I'm doing to try to get better, try to be better, it's not always financially. Right? But in this case, I'm talking financially. I would get another job and give up my weekends for the most part and grind. You don't have to give up all your weekends. Maybe just 1-2 shifts a week. Right? Maybe do a double on a Monday and then the rest of the week you're good. But I would give up my leisure time that I'm using to just watch TV and for the most part not do nothing, unless if I'm reading one of my wonderful books. Right? And I would make this money so I can invest, so I can build a future. We have been kept from the wealth-building tools on purpose to reinforce slavery. Y'all think this paycheck is just a paycheck? No, it's something to forget your dreams. Go back and ask yourself when you were in grade 3, grade 2, where you want to be, and you had so much dream that life hit you like a truck. Life hits you like a truck, man. And now you think this is life. No, you are meant for more. Way more. You are the top, you are the apex of the food chain when it comes to the ecosystem. Humans, we cannot be defeated by any animal. Sure, if it comes to just physical, a lot of animals will deal with us, but we have this. Use it. This is your strongest power in the world. This is your strongest ability to make something of yourself. And it just gets me so passionate because a lot of Black people put that to waste. Let their brain deteriorate. Be in situations they don't want to be in because, oh, that's life. No, your brain, you hear me? Your brain is neuroplastic. Neuroplastic. Lock in. Okay, I'm getting passionate. I'm gonna, like, this is, I know I shouldn't, don't get too emotional, don't get angry, but like, I feel so good about this message. I feel so good about this message. Okay. Alright, let's move on. So, a lot of y'all gonna hate me, a lot of y'all will be killing me for this, but don't have a child without a plan. Right? If you already have a child and didn't have a plan, it's like, it sucks, you can't look in the past. But if you haven't, you might think, you might be having fun with these women and not using jimmies, not using condoms and doing your thing, and then it might just happen and you won't even know. But personally, I'm not having a kid till I have $250,000 in my account. And people might think, oh, yo, that's crazy, but you have to think you can do it, first of all. Because by the time your kid's 16, you would have wasted already, I think, $250,000 at least. By the time you're 16, man, that's tough. We don't realize how much money we're wasting because as a community, we don't keep track of our finances. We don't. Not enough, at least. I'm not talking about you personally. If you do keep track, I'm talking about us as a community. Right? So have a plan, something, have a job. I have a boy who just had a kid and he had no job. Like, are you serious? Don't reinforce the cycle. We have to break the chain somewhere and be more adept. Because quite frankly, if you let the world tell you who you are, they're going to tell you they're garbage. Like, a lot of people, you think are there to help you. Not if you're not with the right circle of influence, no. People would rather keep you down to help you build their dreams up. They don't give a damn what you want. And that's the sad part. Right? So 7, find a network of smart and strong men who could help you with advice and just throughout life. And this is really needed because as a black community, we just aren't locked in that aspect. We have these friends and family who are doing terrible, who aren't in the places we have to be, giving us advice. Everybody has an opinion over everything. I can ask a hobo what he thinks about this and he will go on a tangent. Everybody has an opinion about everything, but you have to notice where to actually go for the Crocker answer, right? You go to Google, you put in an answer. You could go to page 300, where you're most likely going to go to page 1 because people have shown it has a track record of working, or people have thrown enough money on it to put it in the first page, right? I think I realized if you throw enough money about a problem, it probably usually gets solved. All right, so you got to find a way to lock in that way. But find a group of strong men who you can surround yourself with, who are all mission driven and have a goal in mind. You heard that quote, you know what I'm gonna say. You are the 5 people around you. But a lot of people think this means physically. You don't have to throw away all your boys. Majority of times, you could just watch a lot of good content. You can watch my content. You can watch people that are actually help you to advance. Right? And if you're getting a lot of value, don't forget to hit that subscription button below, because y'all be watching my video and just cutting, man. You love me or not, man? Like the video, make sure you comment and let me know what you think, what experiences you've gone through. This, that, and the third. But yeah, back to the topic. Like, we have to lock in as a community. We have to help each other as brothers. You know, a lot of these guys who are from, not Pakistan, like Dubai and stuff, if they have family members or relatives, they throw their money together, they pool it and get a property, and then they build off of that. They build wealth together. My exes, some of them, they do the same. But a family member passed, now them is 100K richer because they have a inheritance. If my parents die right now, I'll get debt. Which I'm not trying to reinforce that cycle. I'm trying to make it better. I'm trying to be the one to break the chain. You might have to be the black wolf gang, and change that narrative. Okay? So, number 8, read. You knew I was gonna say this. You see the little library in the back. Read, man. The book of Proverbs talks about knowledge. To get what you want, you have to find it. And to find it, you have to acquire knowledge. And a lot of times, oh, that's so boring, because you have reinforced in your mind what your daily life is. So if you're not building your life for betterment, you have reinforced a mediocre life. The way to change that is read books. You have the ability. You live in a time. You could live in any other moment in history, but you live in a time where getting information is so easy. You could live 1,000 lives through books, and a lot of us neglect that because we're comfortable. Why are you comfortable if you haven't achieved your dreams? Why? I just don't get it. A lot of you guys chase money and women and pokes, which is the vaginal, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna die tomorrow. You wanna flex these bands like you're gonna die tomorrow. What getting targeting your back, making people want to rob you, and then you don't chase your dreams of what you want to be, how you want to live, how much money you want to get. You chase that like you have 100 years to live. Like, I'll get it when I get there. No, make a plan. If you don't plan to success, you plan to fail. I've seen this destroy so much men in my family, man. And they pretend in their hearts that they're okay, like, oh, this is the way it's supposed to be. No, it's not the way it's supposed to be. You knew what you wanted to do. You had a plan, you had a dream, and you let the world tell you who you are. Don't let the world tell you who you are. You tell yourself who you are. No one can take that from you. Alright. 9, be more assertive and be more dominant. So, just the way you talk should radiate confidence. Being able to say, hey, I want to do this, or do this for me, this, that, and the third, I'll do this. Like, have a plan, right? Be confident in what you say, and to be confident, you have to be competent. A lot of people, sometimes they are assertive, sometimes they're dominant, but they just bark orders and don't think about it. And this might work initially, but if you just bark orders and people say this guy's not smart or I'm smarter than him, you're gonna stop listening. Who's more valuable? Someone who provides value, who you can go for advice and it works, or someone who just yaps their mouth off? Initially, you have the same respect for someone, but through time, it's gonna wax and wane. But like, I don't want to add the wane part. It's gonna wax, right? It's gonna the dichotomy is gonna get bigger, right? And you want to be very perspicacious with how you are and stuff, where you want to be able to attack the problem in the right circumstances in the right way. You have to do competence. So I'm gonna go back to my last point. Read a lot of books. You don't have to read a lot. Like, if you don't have time to read articles. Use ChatGPT. That's my best friend. That's my second brain. You listen to podcasts, even though I don't really recommend it because it doesn't stay in your mind as much. But do stuff that fire your brain neurons. Get your brain thinking. Do you want to be such a low-level animal that you only succumb to your instincts whenever that arises? That makes you no different from an ant or an amoeba. And ants are really smart, so I don't even want to diss them. And that makes you different from a sloth. Like, you know, even then I might put someone that's not going for your dreams even lower than that. Because if you succumb to all your animalistic instincts, you're no different than the dumbest animal. And a lot of people in high net worth places, they're gonna look at you and they're gonna pretend you're on their level. They're gonna pretend you could get there by giving you crumbs. Here's a little paycheck. Oh yeah, you're doing great today. Here's a $2 raise. When they made like a $500,000 last year. It's funny. It's funny to me because they put so much fear in a lot of people's hearts. People don't even want to ask for raises anymore. When you're going hard, you're scared of losing your job. But if you go above and beyond, you wouldn't be that scared. Okay, let's jump to the next point. Go above and beyond. A lot of people who have done the best things in the world, who are known to just be valuable, who companies are scared to lose them, they make themselves so valuable by going above and beyond and fixing problems that other people don't fix or other people are too lazy to fix. That when they ask for what they want, people are more inclined to give them because they're scared of losing the asset. When you become valuable, people are scared to lose you. You increase your power, your leverage by tenfold. Majority of the people I've loved and I've been scared to lose have added so much value to my life that has given them the top spot in the negotiation table because I'm scared to lose them. Humans, we are more inclined to go after something we are fearful to lose compared to a gain. That says a lot. You ever got broken up with or have a fear of loss and now they become way more attractive to you? Right? They've probably added some value. Maybe that's just fear of loss, but they've probably added some value. If that's intercourse or like singing you to bed, my ex used to do that. I miss her still. still, she gave me something other people couldn't give me. Be that person, be valuable. Let's lock in. Okay. Point 11, control your lusts. Every time I've had lust, this has taken me down a dark rabbit hole, and like I'll try to like flex on somebody, take them out on dates. And looking back, the friends that were like me in that sense who followed their lust, they are not in a spot in life where they want to be. They're not with the women they want to be. People who watch Peasies, go on P-Hub, go crazy, lose their life force, don't have energy. You're wondering why they're not energetic. When I had my ex and I was killing her every other day, I was going crazy in that thing. I wake up the next day, I'm unmotivated because I just let my life force go. If you can't, keep that within you. I know it's tough sometimes, but keep that within you. Don't focus on your lust. That makes you no different from a low-level animal. That has never helped anybody unless if they've already made it, because that's what it really is. And so, of course, it's supposed to be for people who've grinded and made it in life, which today's electronics and the media wants to keep you zombified on your phone, mess up your brain so you become a slave. All right, so let's jump into this because I know I don't want to make this too long. It's already around 20 minutes. Okay, so the black community doesn't have the best track record with helping each other, where I see other communities really helping each other. And there's a myriad of reasons for this, but I'm gonna say this: when you get to the top and when you get what you got to do, because you will do it if you keep staying motivated and keep locking in with me, you'll eventually do it. You have to realize that a lot of times you can only help people who ask you for help, right? If there's someone who you grew up with and you guys have always been on the same level and they're kind of like just messing up with your life, and you help them advice and say, hey, do this, do that, a lot of them are going to take that as an attack. A lot of them are going to assume you think you're better than them, which sucks because a lot of times we want to help our brothers, but that's not the way a lot of people think. The human nature is getting envious if someone's doing better than you. If you give someone advice and you guys have always been on the same level, and especially if they're younger than you, especially that's what I've realized in my community, is if they're younger than you and I try to give older people sauce, they don't listen. They think physical age equals to like mental age. No. And even the older you get, your brain deteriorates, but it still says always listen to your adults. Yeah, I'll listen if it's right, but if you're leading someone astray, I don't want to listen. But that goes being said, don't give your advice. A lot of people, when they ask for advice, they don't take it anyway, so there's no point giving unsolicited set of advice. And don't even give advice if you haven't reached all your goals, right? What's that quote in the Bible, right? Don't take that speck out your brother's eye if you got that log in yours, right? So work on your log or logos, wordplay. Trust everybody. Quote 13. Trust everybody to be who they show you they are. Not what they say they are, but who they show you they are. So a lot of times we listen to people because we believe in them, which is fine, but they have to have a track record of that belief. Right? If someone says they're gonna do this and do that, what have they shown me in the past? Yeah, people can change, but a lot of people don't. It's okay to believe in it, but like, you can change if you lock in. A lot of people don't want to lock in. They believe in that notion of, oh, I am just the way I am. It is what it is. No, life isn't about finding yourself. It's about creating yourself. That's the biggest misconception a lot of people get wrong. It's about creating who you want to be. Why do you think there's things called archetypes? Because people have done it before. If it ain't broke, do not fix it. Right? So make sure you don't destroy yourself with envious people who don't want the best for you because you give them unsolicited advice. Because people who are envious will try to destroy everything you built. Right? And also, don't go around telling people your plans before you've actually done it, because it tricks your mind into believing you've done it and then kind of dwindles your motivation, right? So if you have something, it might be hard, but keep it within you and just grind in silence. Let success make noise. 14, take yourself out on a date at least once a month. And by the way, if you guys are getting value, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that button, man. Just show the love. But yeah, make sure to keep yourself entertained and active. Make sure to show yourself that love. Make sure to show yourself that peace. Take yourself out. You deserve it. You show your subconscious that I'm a hard worker and I deserve good things. You show yourself that you are needed. You are valued, right? So don't just give your money out to girls or this, that, and third. You could, but take yourself out. Take a walk in nature. Just go get ice cream. Enjoy your company. Build your self-esteem so nobody can ever try to dwindle that or diminish you. Because you are king. We are kings and queens. Look at our history. We are valued. We are important. Don't let these guys trick you and use Pavlov's conditioning on you. Break through the matrix. And if this video even helps 1 or 2 people, I've done my job. Right? Hopefully you are one of those 2 people. Or hopefully there's 100,000, millions of people. That's why I keep pumping out this content so you guys know how valued you are and how much power you have within you. And last but not least, the last quote is eat healthy. So what you consume is what your mind consumes, what your body consumes. If you're eating junk food and not making food for yourself all the time, you're gonna be lethargic and your brain's not gonna function properly. You need glucose to have a healthy brain. Eat good glucose so your body follows in suit. That's why I eat a lot of blueberries. You wanna know my diet that I try to keep within every week is blueberries, a lot of leafy greens, so broccoli, spinach, lettuce, and salmon. Amazing super boost for your brain. And when I like to treat myself, I get pomegranate seeds and I just wax those because that's like super fruit. Know what you're consuming. You don't have to measure it to the T like your calories, but know what you're consuming. It's gonna pay off dividends years to come. Don't forget to like my video. Let me know in the comments if this has helped you or if you have anything in response to this. I love you guys. Keep grinding. Wolf family forever. Peace.